I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not? You and I, there's a new
Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tenek127 and welcome back to another Skyforge video. And actually, welcome to my first Skyforge video of 2019. And this video is actually very important. I wanted to make sure I made this video after taking a few days from this experience, collecting my thoughts, thinking about everything I wanted to say, and just all that fun stuff for this video before I went ahead and just commentated and made my comments. And I'm personally hoping that this video right here really does reach the development team, the publishers especially because I feel like this is something that the whole world needs to hear when it comes to this game. And I'm gonna be honest about that. What I wanted to talk about in this video was my first hardcore raid experience with Skyforge, and already when you hear that, it's kind of crazy because come March of 2019, March 23rd to be exact, I'll have been officially covering Skyforge for 2 years. And about 1 week ago is the first time I ever ran a hardcore raid in Skyforge. What I consider hardcore raiding in Skyforge is the hard mode avatars. This is my first experience ever with a hard mode avatar run. Yeah, it took me 2 years to be on a level to even to do one of these. I did this on Xbox because that's the only console right now where I'm somewhat caught up in the current generation. Me doing this on PS4 would just be literally impossible at the moment. But on there, I'm with a certain Pantheon. I'm not going to mention the Pantheon's name, nor am I going to mention the names of the members that I ran this avatar run with or anything, because I don't want this video to offend anybody. That's not the point of this video, because there's something specific that happened with this run, something that a Pantheon member said to me that just really does that really did bother me. But it's not bothering me because this Pantheon member said it. I'm not angry at this person. I'm angry at this game for driving people to this kind of mindset, and I just want to make that very clear. I don't hold any grudges or issues with people and stuff like that, and making videos about people really just isn't my thing. But so I want to go ahead and talk about this experience and what happened. So we were running the Oceanid avatar. For those who don't know, it's a 10-man raid run. It consists of, I believe, 3 bosses, a bunch of ads between, a lot of mechanic filled stuff overall. But honestly, the Oceanids, it's probably one of my favorite avatars to do because I find it a really fun dungeon. I like the cutscenes in it. I just think this is the one time that Skyforge went a little bit out of their norm and kind of just showed off what their content can look like. And this is honestly one of my favorite invasions. Honestly, I like the Ocean Invasion a lot. This is one I don't mind replaying a decent amount. But so the dungeon, like I said, consists of 3 bosses. I was personally running a kinetic at this point in time. I had 2 clears of this run done in days. This was my first attempt at this one. The second clear I did a few days later. But this is what happened the first time I ran it with my kinetic. We get through the first boss fine. And if you know the Oceanid avatar run, you know that the first boss is cake. It's literally a tank and spank thing where you dodge bubbles. I don't even think on the hard mode version that boss is hard, honestly. They just I don't know. That boss is just really, really simple. It's not till we got into the into the second boss, fighting Protheus, where this little incident and issue occurred that bothered me. So we're all sitting there in voice chat. You know, it's a hardcore raid, so voice chat's pretty much mandatory. So, you know, communication for mechanics and whatnot. Like I said, I'm playing Kinetic, so I'm not the most powerful DPS on the team, but a Kinetic is also a hybrid of a support class. It does buff and give extra defense to allies. So I think in any type of raid run, especially hardcore, I would think a Kinetic is somewhat important. During this run, during this boss battle, I had died. Probably, I'm going to say the boss has about 100 health bars. I'm going to say I died probably around the 60, 70 area. We were pretty close to 50%, not quite. I was surprised I actually held on that long because, like I said, my character wasn't super powerful. I'm only prestige. We're on Generation 7 on Xbox. I'm roughly prestige 123. My might is about 210,000, maybe a little bit more. My combat superiority is at 0 because I have absolutely no time to work on combat superiority, thanks to how this game works. And yeah, so let's just say I'm not the most tanky person on the planet. And I had died, like I said, and I had requested a res. And this Pantheon member goes to say to me, and I quote, sorry, but you know, as you know, the reses are on timer, so I feel it would be best to save the res for someone stronger, or you know, a more powerful player. Now, in theory, the Pantheon member said nothing ignorant. They said it very respectfully. Like I said, it's not about what the Pantheon member said here. Remember that. So I said, okay, fine. At that point during the raid, though, I had muted my mic because that personally kind of frustrated me at the time. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, I know I'm not the best DPS here. I'm probably the weakest person at the party, bottom of the DPS chart and everything, but I'm still also a Kinetic, which, you know, I can make this run go faster as long as my buffs are up. I'm not going to do the most damage, but I'm going to help you guys do more damage. But the point is, I was doing a hardcore raid, and this game pushes players to the point where they have to pick and choose the strongest people to res during content, because for one, the only resurrect skill in this game is an item that can be used once every couple minutes, which I think is pretty fair. The item's pretty easy to obtain, and that's probably about the average time it takes for a raise spell to go off cooldown in some MMOs I've seen. So I think that's pretty fair. But the mechanics of leveling in this game and how, you know, that kind of attitude can be pushed on players just sucks. Now, it's not the fact that, you know, I'm weak or, you know, I'm frustrated that I'm low level in one of my favorite MMOs and I just can't catch up. It's the fact that, you know, there's so many pay-to-win aspects here. The victor medals, the stimulants, all that crap, you know, that keeps players from getting to the power that they need to be to take on this hard content. And you have people who are thinking with mindsets like that. Now, thanks to that, to this day, I still have no clue how to get around that specific mechanic during that boss because, you know, I couldn't get rezzed. I wasn't taught anything. I was stuck and literally carried for the rest of the fight because my team found me not valuable enough or worthy of a resurrection because I'm unable to keep my character or bring my character strong enough to play in that content. Which, you know, like I said, on my team's part, that's fair. That's the logical way of thinking, they're going to want the highest DPS because the goal is to get these avatar runs done for Pantheon members to help them get avatar trophies and stuff they need, and better gear and things like that. Usually when you're raiding, one thing you do want is top-notch DPS. There's a lot of mechanics that revolve around high DPS. So for a player to think that way is not illogical at all, at least to my opinion. But the fact that this game has the power to put that kind of pressure on you to spend money to level up and get more powerful and stuff like that, and just force you into a corner, that really sucks. And now every time I play this game, I do some type of raid, I sit here and I think to myself, I haven't jumped on Skyforge since this incident, besides to just log in and collect my daily stuff. And I literally just think to myself, wow, this is what I have to worry about every single time I play this, unless I go and blow, let's see here, a couple $100 to buy all the Victor medals I need, some more to get some simulants so I can skip a few caps and really burn that cathedral up and stuff like that. And I'm really just looking at this game like, wow, for me to even hang with this kind of Pantheon, this is what I'm going to have to do. And that's, just a crappy feeling. And if I just try and grind it, I'm going to eventually just be in the same position that I'm on PlayStation. No hopes of catching up whatsoever. My whole thing is, guys, and I wanted to share this experience with you all, and hopefully the dev team sees this, is because this sucks. This isn't fun. This isn't entertaining. This is honestly frustrating, tedious. I thought Final Fantasy XIV was the most difficult and just emotional MMO experience I had ever had until this situation. Now, it may not seem like a crazy big deal to some people. It may seem like I'm being kind of a whiny little girl about, which I can see that. I can understand if you're thinking or feeling that way. I get your point. But at the same time, what am I supposed to do? I can't keep up in the Generation 7 content. What am I going to do when Generation 8 gets here? Generation 9, 10. And PlayStation or PC, don't even get me started on those. PlayStation's on what? Generation 11? PC's on 17 or 18? There's really no hope unless you're willing to pour tons and tons of money in this game for a player to catch up. So my.com, if you're Alad's team, whoever's behind this, this whole system in Skyforge, if you're listening, I am begging you guys to change or fix this system. There are some of these pay-to-win elements in this game that don't even bother me. The stupid weapons you can buy with Argents and stuff, I don't even care about that crap, because a lot of those weapons don't even make enough of a difference to even be considered pay-to-win. Most of them. Ooh, in some of them you get a support R for a few more seconds. None of them are really ever game or groundbreaking things to even be worth complaining about. But this catch-up system has to change. It has to. And let me tell you guys something, man. This isn't gonna fly with the community this year, especially since Xbox is the Xbox version has been out for a year. The PS4 version is coming on its 2-year anniversary. The invasion numbers are getting higher and higher, meaning it's going to be harder and harder for new players to get into this game. And let me tell you guys another thing. If my.com and Alad's team really swear this never has to change, there is a Skyforge Killer on the horizon. And if you're in my Discord and if you talk to any of my circle of guys, I'm pretty sure you know what game I'm talking about. If not, I'll give you a clue. It's having an alpha test this weekend. And every person I've talked to that played this game, I quote, their exact answer was, this game feels like Skyforge, just without the BS. I mean, that's, judging from gameplay from an alpha, so, there's no microtransactions or anything like that. As far as I know, this game could come out being pay to win too. But if there's some type of, simpler alternative out there to Skyforge that's, a similar playstyle, not the same theme, obviously, it's not going to be gods and science and all that stuff. It's obviously a different game. But if, if there's an instance-based alternative out there, and let me tell you something, if you don't believe it right now, this game is going to come to console. I promise you within the next year or two, it'll be on console. The reason being is because every time I inquire with the community manager about that, he gave me the same exact answer that the Dauntless community manager gave me. Maybe someday, never say never, PC only, ... for now. That's the same thing the Dauntless community manager said. And what do we got happening in April of this year, guys? Dauntless is coming to PS4 and Xbox One with crossplay capabilities. So I'm trusting. I'm not trying to say I'm Miss Cleo here, but man, I know what I'm talking about. So something with this game seriously has to change. It really does, because this kind of thing, man, and this even happened to anybody else. I don't even know if something like this has happened to anybody else. This is discouraging. Like, I literally get on Skyforge every day, and I don't even want to do anything, because I literally ask myself, what's the point? And you guys know I have dreams, I have wishes with this game. My biggest wish is for a samurai to come to it. I mean, if the samurai comes out tomorrow, yay, great. I get to swing a katana around, but I can't do anything with it because I'm not strong enough to even run any of the good content in the game that actually matters. Forgive me, guys, for the frustration and, just negativity shot at this game already. And I know there are probably going to be people in the comments that just say, why don't you quit this game already? Guys, that's because, man, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all one little story. I don't ever want what happened with Marvel Heroes Omega to happen to another game again. Like, Marvel Heroes Omega, that was actually one of my favorite MMOs on console. When me and my friends actually really started getting into the game, and, we actually decided just to suck up some of the microtransaction BS, the game literally got shut down weeks after we finally got hype and, started enjoying the content. And if I can prevent that kind of thing from happening for any game, especially a game that I love, I'm gonna try. Like, I couldn't make a difference, saving Marvel Heroes Omega, because obviously, I'm not a huge voice on YouTube. I'm in all reality, I'm honestly a nobody on this platform, but in the Skyforge community, I do have a little bit of a voice. And if I can use it to make some kind of change, some kind of difference, or, just at least have somebody hear me, then I'm going to try. That's all it is, guys. That's why I keep putting effort into this game over and over again. The same thing with a lot of the other games. If something sucks and flat out sucks and I see no potential in it, trust me, I'll tell you. But anyone who's touched Skyforge, everyone knows that there's potential there. If a few things change. Just a few. And we all know what those things are. But anyway, guys, leave your feedback in the comments below. Smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out. Take care.